channel one day on YouTube.
Hey, what's happening, family? Welcome to Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. It's Sunday, 8 o'clock. I'm here, you're here, and I really appreciate you being here. Happy Easter to everybody, and I hope you had a great Easter. Hope you spent time with your friends and family, and that you ate a lot because I did. Hope you had a great and wonderful week because you know me, I had an awesome week. Very happy about that. Still have family in the house tonight because there's a bad storm passing through. So Papa put down the Papa rule and said, okay, everybody stay put until this storm flies over. So as you see over my shoulder, I got Grand Princesses, Miss Armani and Miss Aubrey L. They're back there and they insisted on being around while I do my show. Told them they better be quiet. I'm going to lock them in that closet over there behind my shoulder. But I also got the youngest granddaughters in the house. She's up and moving around, and Mr. Caden is here, and granddaughter Kayla, she's upstairs. So I got two of my daughters in the house. It's just been family, all about family. So make sure you hit like or love and share the message tonight. Let me know. Make sure you let me know that you're here. Stop by, say it hi, and I'd greatly appreciate that. Let me see. I see a couple of folks stalking out there in the back. Make sure you hit like or love and let me know that you're here. Thank y'all very much for that. So tonight's message is called Believe Them When They Show You Who You Are. And that is so important. I it's special. So this message tonight, it is special, it's personal, it's sacred. Honestly, today would have been my mama's birthday is what it would have been. She left this world at 56 years old. Young woman, yes, she was. Matter of fact, for those of y'all that haven't seen my mom before, I'm gonna share her picture. And there she is. Um, well, thank you very much. That's my mama. She left this world at 56 years old, but what she left behind is timeless, a blueprint, if you will. She when she passed, she left a blueprint for living and loving and learning with wisdom and courage. She wasn't perfect. No, my mama wasn't perfect, but she was real. She wasn't without her battles, but she fought every single one with a fire that still warms me to today. Yes, it does. She gave me life. And after she was gone, she kept giving by leaving her words, her lessons, her soul in the pages of her books. See, tonight, in honor of her, I'm sharing not just a message, but a truth that runs deep in my veins. Believe them when they show you who they are. Believe that. So I'm going to pause right there to say hello to everybody. Let's see, looking into my magic mirror here. Hey, baby sis, good to see you. Happy Easter, Roger. Happy Easter to you, Annette. Happy Easter to you, baby sis. Good to see you, Annette. Again, glad to see you. Hey, daughter, good to see you as well. Tommy, great to see you as well. Thank you. She was a wonderful woman. Ron always spoke about her. Thank you very much, man. So, like I said, that's my mama right there. And so tonight's message was inspired by her. And as you see in the background here, you see her legacy. These would be her great grandchildren, is who they would be. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And there's well, they can't see. Well, you got it. Okay, that's you guys who've heard the joke. This is Chocolate Princess. Yeah, that's Miss Kayla. So my legacy. This is part of my legacy. And where's the baby at? We might
I
as well.
told him to get out because you was doing
Well,
your show.
well, that's fine. Come on, bring the baby. Let us say hi,
Come on.
and then I can get on into my show. Go ahead and get it out the way, right? Where you at, Miss Autumn? So this is the youngest member of the clan, right here.
Say hi, baby.
Which they can't see her. Come here. Come here. Oh, there she is. You say hi. You say hi. Thank you. Oh, you got to raise your hand up so they can see it. Hi. Now wave. No, you're not gonna wave to the people.
All right, come on,
Okay,
let's
give
go.
Papa a kiss. Mm.
I have to
Thank
go.
you. Okay, bye. All right.
We leaving.
Okay. Love y'all.
Love y'all too.
Everybody be safe. All right. So now we got all that out the way. Believe people when they show you who they are. Just because someone bakes you a cake doesn't mean you have to eat it. That's what my mom used to say. Just because they do that, you don't have to take part. You don't have to eat that cake. Because I'm talking figuratively, so let me break it down. Now, she wasn't talking about no birthday cake or chocolate fudge. She was talking about life, about people, about how just because something looks sweet, smells good, or is offered with a smile doesn't mean it's meant for you. Doesn't mean it's good for you. Doesn't mean you should even take it in. Today is her birthday. She passed away at just 56 years old. But in that short time, she left a legacy bigger than most folks could in 100 years. She left her words of wisdom. She left, yes, some great words of wisdom. And she wrote 2 books. I told you I wrote 2. She wrote 2. The 2 books she wrote was You Knew I Was an Addict, which is this one right here. And it was a memoir of codependency. Yeah, you can't get it in print anymore because, well, long story short, but you can't get it in print anymore. But yeah, that's my mama when she wrote the book. And then her second book, she called it ABCs for the Soul, Volume 1, which was this one. And yeah, she gave us truth. She gave us her truth. She gave us her pain. But more than that, she gave us her growth, her process, her testimony. And tonight, in honor of her, I want to talk about something that she lived by, which another thing that she's taught me was believe them when they show you who they are. Yeah, we've all done it, seen red flags and kept walking away. We've all had folks show us who they are because we cared or we hoped or we didn't want to start over, we ignored it. We made excuses. We told ourselves stories about the other person, like they're going through something, or they didn't mean it, or it'll get better, or that's just how they are. And whether that was true or not, they said it. We said it. But let me tell you something. It doesn't get better just because you wish it would. People don't change because you love them harder. And someone's pattern of behavior is not just your personal project. When someone shows you selfishness, cruelty, manipulation, or even just plain inconsistency, you need to believe them. There's nothing noble about staying in spaces that drain you. There's no reward for suffering silently and calling it loyalty. There's not. So some of y'all are holding on to folks who've been letting go of you for years. They show up only when they want something. They apologize, but they never change. They take and take and take, and your spirit is running on fumes. But you stay. You stay because you remember who they used to be. Or worse, you stay because you hope for who they'll become. Neither one are good. Yeah, it's a tough subject. I'm sorry. But people are not potential. People are patterns. That's who they are. And if the pattern is pain, it's time to rewrite the story, starting with you, starting with your role in it. Mama's first book, You Knew I Was an Addict, wasn't a cry for sympathy. It was a declaration. She owned her story. She didn't hide it or sugarcoat it. That book was her saying, this is where I've been. This is what I struggled with, but I'm not there anymore. And I think that that is so deep and so important to identify that. That kind of honesty, that takes courage. But that's how healing happens. It really does. And you're right, daughter. I see you. That hope part is what hurts. Yes, it does. Hey, Charlotte, glad you could make it. See, some folks are honest about their brokenness and they're working on it. But others, they use mask. They use charm like a mask. They bake that cake that I was talking about earlier. They give you sweet words, empty apologies, grand gestures. They know just how to keep you hopeful, just enough to get you to stay. They know just the right buttons to keep you holding on. They know how long the spoon has to be to keep feeding you, to keep you where they want you to be. Yeah. But again, you don't have to eat it. You don't. You don't have to accept their version of love if it's killing your joy. You don't have to hold space for someone who disappears when you need them, but reappears when they need you. You don't have to stay connected to people who treat your peace like it's disposable. So baby sis says to make sure it's clear she was not the addict her ex-husband was. She was the codependent one. That's very true. So, but classic Gemini says codependency is an addiction. True. Narcissist, I can never say that word, Annette. Um, Roger says 100% agreed. DC Fluffy says nothing wrong with being an addict and stuck in that struggle, but codependency can be just as addictive. It's very true. But again, that cake, you don't have to eat it. You don't have to accept their version of love if it's killing your joy. You don't have to hold space for someone who disappears when you need them, but reappears when they need you. Yes, I know I'm repeating myself, but I repeated it because I thought that was important. You don't have to stay connected to people who treat your peace like it's disposable. You just don't. There's this dangerous lie we've been told, especially in families and long friendships. That lie is that you never turn your back on people. Hey, Mr. Net, thank you for joining us. Hey, Mr. Net. But that lie again is you never turn your back on your people. Let me clear that up for you. You don't have to turn your back on someone to walk away. You can walk forward, eyes open, head high. You can love someone from a distance. You can forgive someone without letting them back into your space. You can wish someone well without wishing them back into your life because forgiveness is you. The forgiveness is for you. But there's this word that I learned from my mama, and that word is discernment. That's for your safety. Now, I want to shift just a second to my mama's second book, ABCs for the Soul. She wrote it like a love letter to the human spirit, full of short reflections, powerful reminders and some hard truths wrapped up into tenderness, if you will. That book taught me how to walk with my eyes open. It reminded me that every day you have to choose peace. You have to protect your spirit the way you protect your wallet. Yeah. You wouldn't let just anyone hold your bank card, right? So why are you letting them hold your heart? Pretty deep, huh? So let me put it like this. You can't save people who don't want to be saved. No, you can't. You can't save people who don't want saving. You can't fix someone who doesn't see a problem. They'll never see the problem that you're trying to fix if they don't think it's a problem. You can't keep pouring into a bucket with holes in it and call that love. I can't get any plainer than that. My mama used to say, I've been both the storm and the shelter. She didn't say that with shame. She said that with honesty because you don't become wise without first being wild. You don't become whole without first being broken. And being broken is real. And that's why her words still guide me to this day because she knew the struggle. She lived it and she came out on the other side with she had scars. Yes, she did. She had scars, but also with sight. She could see through the nonsense. She could see through the games. She could see through the sweet talking cake makers who came bearing offers that led to destruction. She could see through all of that. So here's my message to you tonight. If someone lies to you the first time, if someone disrespects your boundaries, if someone uses love like leverage, believe them. Believe them. Believe them. You got to believe them not out of anger, but out of wisdom. Not because you're bitter, but because you've grown. You don't owe anyone your sanity. You don't owe anyone unlimited chances. And you definitely don't owe anyone access to your peace just because you share a last name, a child, history, a bank account. You don't owe them that. It's truth. Tonight, I'm standing in honor of a woman who lived. And I'm going to put her picture back up one more time. That's my mama. Tonight, I'm standing in honor of a woman who lived and died with her truth intact. My mama didn't get to be here in the physical today, but her legacy is still breathing through every person who reads her words, who remembers her lessons, and who finally decides to stop eating cake that was never meant to nourish them. Let her life remind you that healing is possible, that you don't have to hide your truth. You don't. You don't have to hide your truth. Uh, no, you don't have to do that. You can change that. That others can change. People can change if they choose to, but only if they choose to. And if they don't, you are allowed to choose yourself. So walk in power, stand in your truth. And the next time someone shows you who they are, don't ignore it. Don't debate it. Believe them. Believe them. wholeheartedly, and more importantly, believe in you. Believe in you. DC Fluffy says, if someone tells you how much they love you, but their acts say otherwise, definitely believe them, because actions speaks volumes over mere words. And that is very true. So tonight, family, remember something. Life is short. We don't always get second chances to listen to the wisdom being handed to us. So tonight, if you hear my voice, hear my mama's spirit behind it too. When people show you their heart, believe it. When life offers you lessons, receive them. And when you're called to protect your peace, honor it like it's sacred, because it is. It is. In her memory, in her light, and in her love, I challenge you. I know I'm always challenging y'all, but I challenge you. Leave the table where love is not being served. I'm going to say that again. Leave the table where love is not being served. Put down the cake that's trying to poison your joy. Them some powerful words right there. Put down the cake that's trying to poison your joy. And live your life so full of truth that your very presence becomes a reminder of what it means to live free. That's my challenge to y'all tonight. So happy birthday, Mama. We're still listening. We're still learning. And we're still loving the way you taught us. Yeah. As my mama would say, love you forever in 2 weeks. That was how she would sign her letters that she would write. Because see, my mama, instead of talking to you, if she got to the point to where she really needed you to hear something from her, she'd write you a letter and leave it where you could find it. And that was her sign off. Love you forever in 2 weeks. And tonight, y'all got to see some of my mama's legacy running around in here behind me. Some of my mama's legacy is on this show with me tonight. Yeah, I know they say, oh man, it's 420. You know, I don't get down with 420. I'm 420 friendly, but yeah, I ain't even about that. And I know it's Easter. So again, happy Easter. I even wore my Easter colored shirt for y'all. But it's my mama's birthday, and I miss that lady, and I miss my brother too. She taught us how to love. It was tough. My mama would tell us things like, baby, I wasn't the kind of mother that had milk and cookies waiting for you when you got home from school, but I taught you how to make the cookies. And she did teach me how to make the cookies. She taught me how to make stovetop stuffing too, and hamburger helper. And my mama taught me, she said, baby, I teach you. She said, I'm not being hard on you. I got to teach you how to cook and sew and do laundry so that you never have to rely on a woman to do it for you. Because you may not always have a woman in your life. Of course, I'm fortunate and I'm blessed to have one that takes care of me, and we take care of each other. But that was my mama's philosophy. I think she just wanted me to do the stuff she didn't want to do. That's all. But let's see what y'all talking to me over here in the chat tonight. Let's see. Roger says, you hit hard tonight, Vernon. You hit it head on for me and hopefully others. Hey, little cousin, Kanice, good to see you. She says, sounds like a wise Uh, a wise woman from his rib. I love that. Thank you, Roger. He says, "Happy birthday to your mother. I miss mine too." Ned says, "Your whole family are awesome, loving people." We really are. We come from love. So giving love is what we do. Sometimes love is all we have to give. And sometimes love is just enough. Sometimes it's all you need to give. Because realistically, I mean, just off the top of my head, no notes or anything. Uh, if you don't have love, what do you have? Everything comes from love. Everything. It is a rare commodity these days. The love is out there. Some people just don't know how to show it. Some people keep it so close to them because they're afraid of people taking advantage of the love that they share. So they don't know how to share it with others. Some have been treated so bad sharing the love that they think everybody is out to do them wrong. So it makes it very difficult for them to share what they have. It's tough. And you're right. Yes, but we'll back away if it ain't right. But see, sometimes we run backwards or we back away so fast. We back away before we even give it an opportunity to find out if it could be right. We're so worried about the red flag. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking red flags. Red flags are a great thing. But sometimes we see what we think is a red flag. And without any explanation, we just step back. Mind you, when Miss Nanette met me, I was not perfect. I had flaws. I was a project. And I can own that now. I was going through stuff hip deep with a machete in one hand and a flashlight in the other. I was going through it. But if she would have just said, nope, I'm not dealing with this, and just let me go, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I would not have the legacy that I have today. A singer once sung a song, Love Saw It. I think it was Karen White. But sometimes we just have to look a little deeper. And it don't take long to figure out if this is where you need to be, if this is where you should be. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take a lifetime. It doesn't take 20 years. My brother, what's up, man? Thank you very much for that. He said, good stuff, brother. Thanks. That's comedian Will C. Thank you, man. Baby sister, I'll never forget when I was about 9 living in Kansas. And she once said her friend Miss Connie passed away from dirty dishes because her kids didn't wash the dishes good enough to make sure we wash the dishes sparkling clean. I think about that to this day whenever I wash my dishes. I got you. I give you another one. Whenever I don't feel like doing something, or I need to do something, I'll say, stop being lazy. And I'll get up and I'll go ahead and do what it is that I need to do. That came from my mama also. So as Miss Nanette calls them, Shirleyisms is what she calls them, Shirleyisms. And boy, we got a lot of them. But I keep these two books close by. Now you can't get them; they're not in print anymore. But I keep them, and they sit right on that shelf right behind me. There's a little bear behind my head. You see the bear behind my head? And there's a Bible and these two books. That little bear up there, my sister gave that to me probably 20 years ago, if not longer, and I still have it. So that's my show for the night, y'all. Again, the title was not given without I got so sidetracked, I forgot to change everything tonight. But anyway, it is what it is. So as I always say, I love you, God loves you. We said the legs I see help with my legacy. There you go. So, like I said, it's too late for me to change the message for tonight, or is it? Let's see if they'll let me change it because it's not done yet. Uh, let's see. What was the name of the show? What was the name of the show tonight, y'all? I done talked so much about everything else. I done forgot what the hell I was talking about. I done got caught up in what I was talking about, y'all. Let's see. Believe them when they show you who they are. So believe them when they show you who they, I'll just call it believe them. And we're going to go MITM. Today is 20 April 2025. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, as I always say, hey, Will C out here, he said, couldn't do life without the good woman by my side. Amen to that, man. So as we say, man, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Take care of them kids. Give them a hug for me. Respect our vets. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis, and this has been another episode of Messages in the Madness. Until next Sunday, God bless y'all. $2.